If you're thinking about ordering beef from 4-6's brand beef, guys, you're going to want to watch this video first. Hello there, I am Chef Johnny, and this is Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine. Appreciate you being here. And folks, I do have a very nice looking steak that I got in from the 4-6's ranch, but it took a while to get here and we had some problems. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Here's a little picture of the first box I got in. Now guys, I'm not gonna blame them. I'm gonna blame FedEx for this. It was supposed to be here one day, I think a Thursday. It ended up arriving on a Friday. When it did, FedEx had put it in a plastic bag because the box was wet. The cardboard was ripping open and everything was thawed out. So what I did was I went straight to my email, sent them an email, and I said, hey guys, here's a picture of what happened. And this is what it looks like. Didn't hear back. I was expecting that real quick email turning around. But then I had an email that said, your order is on the way. So they threw me 2 more ribeye steaks in there, shot them out to me, and they were on the way. They got here, and here's a picture of what that box looked like. Now granted, it was 107 in Texas that day where I lived, so it was hot. I immediately hopped on the phone, got a lady on there named Karen, and let me tell you what, guys, she was a sweetheart. She was not a Karen, she was a doll, and she helped me out a lot. And as we're talking about the box, the appearance, the openness of it, she says, are they still frozen? I said, I don't know, haven't even checked. Son just carried the box in, and this is what it looked like. And it wasn't at the road, probably less than 5 minutes. So it wasn't because it was sitting out in that Texas heat that whole time. But anyways, reached into the bag, a beautiful bag that they have. Pull out the bag, very nice bag. It's an insulated thermal type bag, got their logo on it, zips up, great bag. Got 2 of these now. But anyways, the steaks were still frozen. I mean, they were like this slab of granite I got here, hard as they could be. So they were still good. And so had a nice conversation, just told her, hey, you know, when somebody's paying 40 bucks a steak, now I got mine, they had a discount, and I think it was 20% off, put in Celebrate, got them for 64 instead of 80 for 2 steaks. Anyways, I said, you don't expect a wet box again that's tore open, especially twice. So had a good conversation with her. She apologized. Next day she calls me and she goes, hey, Chef Johnny, sorry for the inconvenience. Talk to the people above me. They're gonna reverse charges on your steaks and send you a sampler box to make up for it. So guys, I did buy these steaks. Not an affiliate, I get nothing off of this. I just wanted to try the steaks from the 4-6's. And of course, a lot of y'all have probably heard of the 4-6's from Yellowstone. They wanted to make it right. They wanted to have good steaks. So they sent me new ones and they're gonna take care of me for the problems we had. But I'm excited about this. I got one to cook up today. Y'all have seen what the boxes look like. Now guys, again, I think that their packaging could have been improved. I'll show you this picture again. They have the box lined with this fibrous insulation material. I've got a company called 3C Cattle, Chapman Cattle Company, and theirs come in a styrofoam box. I like that, very good. And also the Morehouse Ranch, y'all see some videos coming down with the Morehouses. I've got some fajitas and I've got some ribeyes from them. And theirs come in like a Mylar bag with a foam type insulation in it. Just not styrofoam, but a soft foam that's inside that Mylar bag. And you can see a video on that. I'll be posting that up in the next few days of one of their ribeyes. And then we're gonna have a head-to-head 4-6's against the Morehouse, so look for that. But today, guys, I'm gonna get the grill grates out. I'm gonna show you how I season this up. We're going straight SPG, got some Cosmos here. That way we can taste the flavor of this steak. But I wanted you to know that there was issues getting it here. I think part of that was FedEx, part of it was Texas heat, and a little bit was their packaging. But that's something they're gonna deal with as they grow and get bigger and understand it is a hot son of a gun down here in Texas. Come in here close, I'm gonna show you how I season it. We're gonna get it out of this very nice bag, and where it's vacuum sealed in, season it up with the SPG. Get it on that Weber kettle with some great hatch marks on there. But it's gonna be a beautiful steak, and we're gonna let you know exactly what we think about these 4-6's steaks that we had shipped in here, mail order. Here's a close-up of that bag. Nice 4-6's logo. This is their choice. They do have their prime. I just got the choice ones. But regularly, like I said, these are 40 bucks. I think with Celebrate, maybe for the 4th, they were having a sale, got them 20% off. So 2 of them cost me 64 bucks. And they're 1.25 inch ribeye steaks. And we're gonna get them out of here, let y'all see them. See what you think of them. And then we'll get them on that grill. Here we go. I think you can see here, guys, for a choice steak. Now, these are registered as tender. Their primes, I think, are very tender. But there's still a lot of marbling. And now a ribeye is a fatter steak, right? But let's pat that dry. Dry this side off a little bit. Pat this one dry. The spinalis, that's a good part right there. And like I said, all I'm gonna season this with, guys, is salt, pepper, garlic. So a little SPG from Cosmos. I want to taste the flavor of this steak, see how that fat is, and see how it turns out. Now, guys, I'm going to tell you one thing about them. They say that all their meat either comes from their ranch or like-minded raisers. So people that raise with the same philosophy that they have of raising cattle. So, not necessarily all off of the Sixes Ranch, and not necessarily all from Texas. Karen I talked to told me majority of their meat is from Texas. And if you look on their paperwork, it says that any beef they sell has been in the United States for at least 100 days, so a little over 3 months. So you could be getting some foreign beef when you're dealing with the Sixes, and I'm sure that's because of the straight volume that they have. That's nice there. Don't want a ton on it. Just again, salt, pepper, garlic. We're gonna let this rest a little bit and start kind of coming up to temperature out here. I'm gonna check the fire on the Weber kettle, and I'm gonna show you how I grill this up on the Weber kettle to a nice medium rare. While that steak's sweating out, guys, just gonna show you this little pamphlet. Comes in from the 4 Sixes in your box. Just a pretty picture of the ranch right up front. A thank you from Tyler Sheridan. A little legacy about the ranch, about their meat. It's aged, wet aged for at least 21 days. Talks about that, how to cook it, how to cook their hamburger meat. And on the back, $25 off. I'll also, I'm gonna put a link below so you can find my friend Fire and Water Cooking. Darren over there cooked up quite a bit of their meat, compared their primes to choice. We'll get that for you, let you see it. But anyways, let's check that Weber kettle, see if we can get this fantastic ribeye cooked up and see how it tastes. We'll get this lid out of the way. These grill grates are good and hot. This is the hottest part. There's no fire over there, so it's gonna be a little cooler. Just gonna take an onion and kind of clean these off. Also, guys, this will make these kind of non-stick. Whatever the chemical is in an onion, we do that in the kitchen all the time for our pans. If we're sauteing onions first, we know our product we put in after that's not going to stick to that pan for a little while. Doesn't stay non-stick, but it works for a little bit. If you've never seen grill grates working, you are in for a treat. They cook up a beautiful steak. And I'm going to grab my steak right here. And what I'm going to do is, guys, I'm going to go in here. If this was a clock and this was 12 at me, I'm going to put it at 10 o'clock right here. You can hear the sizzle. And we're going for 2 minutes. Got my timer going. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Now what we're cooking here with, guys, is I have just a lump charcoal in there with some chunks of mesquite wood. So it's a hardwood lump with some chunks of mesquite to give it that nice mesquite flavor that we like down here in South Texas. We'll get this steak up. Now it's at 10, so this side we're gonna go to 2 o'clock. I'm gonna move it across and we're going 2. So we go 10 and 2, and would you look at those dark hatch marks we have on this steak? That is really looking pretty. So another 2 minutes, guys. Okay, guys, we have gone another 2 minutes. Now I'm gonna go back to the same side again, but we're gonna put this one now at 2. So there it goes at 2 o'clock. Let that go, then we'll flip it back over for the final 2 minutes. And actually I should have went here because this side is hot again and I went back to the cool side, but it's still gonna taste good and it's still gonna get some nice hatch marks on it. We're gonna make our final flip here, guys. Gonna come back to this side and we're gonna go at the 10 o'clock. Whoo, look at that, look at that. Isn't that pretty? That's what I wanted to see right there. That's one thing I love about these grill grates. And would you look at that? My Thermopin, which I've had for years, just busted in half. But I still have a number reading, so we're gonna see if it's time to get these off. I'm gonna pull this at about 1:30, and it could happen right now. Let's see. May not go the full time. There we go, 1:30. It's coming off. We're gonna let it rest. So, 1.25 inch steak, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 6, less than 7 minutes. We have got a beautiful steak ready to go. This is a beautiful steak, guys. Smells good. Boy, I tell you what, that fat runs through that. We had nice marbling on this choice steak. It is looking pretty. I'm waiting to taste that spinalis right there, that ribeye cap, you may hear it called, but we're gonna let this rest for about 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, we'll take it, we'll slice it, we'll see how we cooked it up, and we're gonna see how wonderful this steak is from the 4 Sixes Ranch. So is this steak a great steak, or is this all Hollywood hype, right? We want to find out, but I tell you what, those grill grates, they're legit. I can tell you that because they put some beautiful, face that camera right there, some beautiful, beautiful hatch marks on here. But let's cut this up and see how it looks. Take a look at this. It's been resting about 8 minutes. Would you look at that, guys? That is medium rare, if I've ever seen medium rare. That's pretty. That looks very, very nice. So what I'm gonna do is, this is the spinalis. That is the good part right there. Let's take a slice off of it. Got some fat in there, it's juicy. It is pink. Let me tell you, we do have a beautiful steak sitting here. And guys, we had a hard time getting them here, right? And a lot of it was the Texas heat. Part of it was FedEx. Again, part of it, I think, packaging. They could do better on some of that. But this steak is beautiful. It's a nice pink, medium rare. So let's see if we can see it in that camera right there. But beautiful pink. Plenty of marbling, plenty moist. Oh yeah. Guys, that is a good ribeye. Man, nothing wrong with that at all. That was off the spinalis, right? Let's see if we can take one here out of the middle, get that cut, give it a try again. Nice medium rare. That's a good steak. When I saw that on Yellowstone here a while back, Beth talking about the 4 Sixes selling meat, I knew I needed to try it. I did not think it was going to be Hollywood hype. Now, Hollywood guy owns it from Texas, right? But he's one of the big owners of it anyways. But I was just wondering exactly how good it was. And guys, this is a tremendous steak. Remember, may not all be from the Sixes, primarily from Texas, and meat they have processed. It's all processed here, it's all slaughtered here, and it's been in the country for at least 100 days. So they are bringing some of their meat in from other places to get you this fantastic prime and choice cuts of meat. Cooked up beautiful. Grill Grates did a great job. You're interested in those? I got an affiliate link at the below you can look at and see those. But this is an excellent steak. Wife's waiting off camera to give it a try, so I'm gonna let her try it. It is a hot day down here in Texas, so we're gonna jump in the pool, see if we can cool off some after we eat this fantastic steak from the 4 Sixes. Folks, if you would, remember to share this with your friends and family. Share us on your social media, and we'll see y'all down the road on Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine. So long, everybody.
How them boys put food away beats all I've ever seen.